Hi, I'm Bob Sailors. I'm here to talk to you about an endeavor I call Bob's Bikes. Bob's Bikes was a creative solution to a difficult problem. I got a DWI, first offense, misdemeanor. However, they take that very seriously, and I ended up losing my driver's license for 90 days. Requirement of using a breathalyzer as an interlock for an ignition on a car. My insurance rates went through the roof, as they probably should have. Court fees and fines, just a ton of, if you'll pardon the pun, roadblocks. One of the problems with this was I was trying to work. Work is a big part of my character, my self-esteem. It helps me get through. However, I was going to a local employment agency, and one of the first questions they asked was, do you have reliable transportation? To which my honest answer had to be no. Other than my feet, I had no reliable transportation. So it was difficult to convince them to actually look for work for me. That caused some serious financial hardship. I currently reside, and have for the last 4.5 months, at the Oxford House of Sherman. Great place, great people. It's a sober living environment. Currently we have 8 residents here, and it's fantastic. I love it. However, getting back and forth to work, it is a little bit hard to get into town for things like groceries, AA meetings that are required under the conditions of my probation, going to work, looking for work, going to pay fees and fines. It's just really difficult. So Bob's Bikes was an inspiration. I'm going to call it a divine inspiration because I wouldn't have thought of it. What Bob's Bikes are is a package. I take a bike, and I intend to purchase these bikes from the Lakeway Resale Barn, run by the Lakeway Church. They're a great group of people. I do my community service there. And as I purchase these bikes, Lakeway Church takes all of their proceeds from their sales and reinvests it in the community in the form of rental assistance, prescription assistance, food assistance, health. They do wondrous works. They really do. And all of their profits are reinvested in those things. They have personally helped me with my rent here at the Oxford House twice when I've been in trouble, without even a hint of hesitation. They're fantastic. So, back on the point, buy the bicycles from the resale barn, where that money is reinvested in the community. If they need rework, rework them, do the general maintenance, brakes, wheel bearings, crank bearings, and then install an engine kit which falls under the limitation of, quote, motorcycle, and falls underneath the speed limit of, quote, motorcycle. This is a motorbike. It's more of a moped. However, it's very, very reliable. Gets great gas mileage, and we'll get into that in a little bit. However, the engine kit, a little bit of labor to put that on. It takes about 5 hours. And then turn this around and sell it to someone who's lost their license, can't afford a car, financial crisis, physical crisis, or emotional crisis, and sell it for a very decent price. Or I am looking for sponsors, and we'll get into that shortly. Sell that for a reasonable price to that individual to help them to be self-sufficient, self-supporting, financially, physically, emotionally, etc. Once they buy it, take whatever profit is made from the sale of that bicycle and reinvest that. 25% of that will be donated to NAAA, Grayson County Homeless Shelter, Women's Crisis Center, whatever charity groups we can work into a rotation as we sell these bikes. My current projection is myself alone. I'm looking at building at least 5 to 6 of them this month if I can get this launched. Within the first 30 days, 5 to 6 bikes at a 25% donation. That is $300 of donations to charitable causes. I've been helped. God has put people in my path to help me, and I feel the not obligation but the honor to be able to help them. So that all being said, let's get to it. In this segment of the video, we're going to take a look at what's actually included in the Bob's Bike package and the Bob's Bike build. A standard Bob's Bike build starts with either a beach cruiser or a mountain bike frame, anything with sufficient room in the A section of the frame to mount the motor. Once you get the motor in, you mount the sprocket and the chain. This is a single speed gearbox, no shifting gears. However, on the 2-strokes it does have a grip clutch, a lever actuated clutch, and it disengages. The clutch does lock back for pedaling the bicycle as a normal bike. The normal bicycle crank, gears, derailleurs are unaffected by this installation. You can still use this as a regular bicycle. As a matter of fact, with the 2-strokes, you're required to pedal them to get them started because it's a bump start. You get rolling and then pop the clutch and it turns the engine and starts. The engine is a 60/80cc 2-stroke engine. Mine has mine has 300 miles on it. I'm quite pleased with it. As you can see, it's a chunk of metal in there, but it's really minimalistic when you get right down to it. We have a half-gallon gas tank, actually 2 liters. Get approximately 100 miles out of that. I get about 100 miles to the gallon. The controls are pretty self-explanatory. On the right side, we have a grip throttle and front brake and kill switch. We've got a phone holder and a headlight in the middle. Phone holder is for putting your cell phone on so that you can download a speedometer app and an odometer. That's how I keep track of my mileage. Also have a rear view mirror on the left. Clutch lever is to the front, and the front brake is underslung a little bit. You don't really use your front brake that much, so we keep it out of the way. On the back part of the build is a luggage carrier or cargo rack, and I include a pannier bag with each build. The pannier bag is kind of important. because it does allow you to, if you unzip these, you can fold both sides down, and with the added room granted by the expander, just unzip it and you can get a lot of stuff in there. And with the bag as you see it on both sides, you can carry milk, bread, groceries. I wouldn't say you can carry 16 bags of groceries, but you can carry enough to get you through a few days, easy. On the tail end here, we have a tail light. Tail light has 3 modes. It has a solid on, it has a flashing mode, and it has something that kind of looks like police lights, rotating red LEDs. Along with this, I do have a toolkit that I include that includes a gas can. So basically this is all-in-one entry-level solution to being able to get to work, to get to the grocery store, to get to your probation officer, or just to have fun. I would love to see people who are just in this for recreation to come to Bob's Bikes, pick up a kit, and pick up a bike build and contribute to our endeavor. I think it would be fantastic. Here's the remainder of what comes with a Bob's Bike kit. We have an air pump, we have a lock, we have a small tool kit, tool bag, and a fuel tank. In conclusion, I'd like to offer my humble gratitude for bearing with me through this rather lengthy video. I know it was kind of mature at times, but please visit us and support us on Facebook and on Kickstarter. We are looking for sponsorships and contributions to get the ball rolling. Support would be greatly appreciated. We would be able to help subsidize some bike builds, be able to provide transportation, independence, and a road to a better life for many people. God bless you, and thank you. Pop the clutch. Thanks again for your consideration.